Chapter 2, Absolute Value Functions by M.F. General form of the absolute value function. This is the main formula you will use. The A shows the stretch or compression factor. The H shows the horizontal trans. The K shows the vertical trans. The vertex is HK. In the axis of symmetry is the line x equals h. Graphing functions. In this equation, you should be able to tell some things. Here you can tell what the vertex, slope, and reflection is. The vertex is -1, 4. The slope is -1/3, and the reflection is on the x-axis. Then, as you graph it, you can see that the vertex, -1, 4, the slope, -1, 3, and this is reflected on the x-axis. You can also see that the axis of symmetry is 1 because on the graph it is 1/. In this example, you can tell that the vertex is (0, -4). And you can also tell that there will be an axis of symmetry because it is an absolute value. The slope will be 1, 1 because there are no numbers shown. On the graph, you can see that the slope is 1, 1 going up on the right. And on the left, when you graph it, it is -1, 1 going up. Absolute value functions translated vertically. In this equation, y equals -1/3, absolute value x plus 1 plus 4. The slope is -1/3, the vertex is -1, 4, and the 4 also shows that the vertical translation. As this is graphed, you can see the vertex, and you can also see the slope going down and the vertical translation of 4. Absolute value functions reflected on the y-axis. In this equation, you can see that the vertex will be -2, 4, and it will be reflected on the y-axis because of the negative. You can also see that the slope will be 1, 1. When you graph this, -2, 4, and slope going down 1, 1, you can see that it is reflected on the y-axis. Absolute value functions compressed vertically. In this equation, you can see that the vertex will be -1, 2. The slope will be 1/2, and it will be compressed vertically because 1/2 is less than 1, which means the shape of the graph will be wide rather than skinny. When you graph this, negative 1, 2, you can see slope of 1, 2, that is wide rather than skinny.